it going, guys? I did a thing today, and I hope you also appreciate that I upped the production on this one. Interesting angles, interesting opening, and interesting Asian wannabe ninja vibes, along with giant screen backdrop. I picked up a few figures today. I had no intent, or I wasn't expecting to pick these up today. But they're interesting nonetheless. I've re-caught the turtle bug. I've always been interested in them. But now that I got the chance or opportunity to do it, I quickly dove into it like a madman. They are very different from what I picked up the week before, or a few days before, which was this, the 1988 remastered 6-pack, which I haven't opened yet. I might open it on a different video, but I'm more interested in not just showing off, but to open these guys. I got them from a toy vendor over at the Collectibles Expo in Westminster here in California. And of course, from producing online and stuff. Not very familiar with the Playmates version of the Turtles, or these versions anyway. And it seems like it's 34 points of articulation, which I'm impressed. Look, it seems to be bending from the abs, and that's kind of impossible if you're a turtle. But then again, I'm not. I mean, I'm not a turtle, and I can't bend from the waist down, I don't have articulation like that anyway. I can't even do a proper split, so what do I know? Turtles are certainly magnificent creatures. I got these at a pretty good price, along with some goodies that I will share with you the details of. I'll be reopening these guys. They're not brand new. I suspect they're not brand new. They've been opened, but they look pretty good to me. Close to brand new, or very good condition. Not a lot of scuff marks. So let's hop to it. Even though turtles technically don't hop, but ninja ones do. Alright. And we're back. That took me quite a while to get through all the boxes. I don't think they've been, I don't think they're all brand new, but they're not in bad condition at all. And this is not to throw shade at the guy who sold me this. Shout out to Ricardo Padilla, a vendor from Long Beach. We had a great vibe just conversing with him, and I'll do whatever I can to support the mom and pop stores and whatnot. And I think he gave me a very good deal. He sold me a few other pieces. I'll show them to you. I got myself a carded retro carded Cobra Commander G.I. Joe Classifieds. I may be saying it wrong, but the card looks good with the thing from Larry Hama. What else did I get from the dude? Oh, I also got an Anakin. Where is it? I lost it already? I got an Anakin from Anakin Black Series from Ahsoka. It's here somewhere. I don't know where I placed it, but it'll show up later. We're here about the turtles. So, as you can see, they're quite well articulated. I do say, as a toy collector, my interest is probably just to set them in poses, make them stand on their own, or, you know, try to make interesting, you know, like simple photography from my phone. I'm not a professional photographer, at least not yet. But I think these are things of beauty in themselves. What do you think? The hands and the toes, all four of them, the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? 3 fingers on each hand, opposable thumbs. That's included in the points of articulation for this set. It's from Playmates, and from what I gather, they are different from the remasters or even the vintage turtles because, let's take a look at the old turtles. All right, the old turtles don't have pupils in their eyes. So you can see they really take more resemblance to the old Mirage comics. Now, I can't say that I've read a single issue of the original comic books where the turtles originated, but as far as I know, the ninja bands, they all wore red. The red, yellow, and orange or yellow and blue bandanas, individualized bandanas. They only did that for the TV show or the cartoon series. But they're more or less look like this set than the other set that I just showed you. The original Playmates were a mix of the original comic book turtles and the TV turtles. They're not accurate. They don't look at least the features. If you look at the cartoons, look. See, they have pupils in their eyes. Wherein when it's all white, all comic book like, they're made to resemble the type of expression that Storm from the X-Men or even Wolverine would have, because they're not both wearing masks, but it's supposed to create mysticism because guess what, they're mutants and they have fabulous secret powers. All right, but as I've come to realize what these turtles are like, is that they're more like the cartoon, at least on this series. That's why this is kind of like in my bucket list of Ninja Turtles to want to collect. I wasn't expecting them to be at the expo. I wasn't expecting to, to buy anything. I was expecting more to buy something of the Masters of the Universe, as that is the kind of thing that I'd like to collect. But Ninja Turtles are also my addiction. They don't have any more accessories, only their individualized weapons. Like in this case, for M, it's for Michelangelo. He used nunchucks, and they have real chains. The nunchucks have the color coordinated thing, orange or mustard looking bandanas. And he does have a pair of nunchucks. The other pair is right here. Now, as a collector, I don't really bash around and play with them, like boo, 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 I don't do that kind of thing anymore. I'm 52 years old. And nobody wants to play with me anyway. Anyways, but this whole thing, it closely resembles the shells of the old Playmates era from the 80s. It's different from the NECA style toys. Like, I do own a set from NECA. It's from the Secrets of the Ooze movie. I haven't opened it yet. It's unopened, it's sealed. That's certified brand new. And it's interesting to note that it says here Michelangelo, alright? This is the manhole cover stand that it comes with. And check this out. This says 1990 movie Leo. But he showed, he looks exactly like everybody else in the set, which is, kind of doesn't make sense to me, because it's a set from, designated for the TV show. Everything else just tells their name. For Raphael, it says Raphael. Donnie or Donatello has Donatello written on the manhole cover. And I have to be careful in the way that I say manhole, because manhole is very close to manhole, depending if you're Japanese or not. If you're Japanese, manhole is the same as manhole, because they don't do their L's very well. I already scuffed the paint on this one. Shame. So you gotta be careful. Now, check this out. I'm gonna take this out. The way that it holds the weapons, as the fingers and the thumbs are articulated. Now, I don't know if I like that. I guess I have to come to terms with it, but it's very different from having accessorized hands, how different figures have different hands for, that you can exchange. Even my Voltis 5 has different hands. And I don't know if I like this type of thing. I guess you could do it for this, because they don't have, you can't be having 5 articulated fingers. Although I've seen some sets where they articulate the fingers, but it's not one, it's not 4 fingers. They consider the 4 fingers apart from the thumb, that it's considered one finger or one point of articulation. Some figures are like that, and I can't think of any figure that's like that. Anyway, just to check the articulation, it's kind of stiff, and I don't want to force anything because I don't want to break it. But it does have, it crunches a little bit, but not too much, and it's mostly because of the shell. The shell doesn't have a point of articulation, so it can crunch a little bit, but that's it. It can't. The turtle cannot curl into a ball, and that's funny. Because why don't you want to do that? Oh, he's not Sonic the Hedgehog, so it don't matter. Okay, so, but the Donatello one only has one bow staff. I remember maybe in the toys that they gave him a pair of bow staffs. One to keep in reserve, and then one to actually use while fighting. But who does it like that? Why have, a true ninja would have a bow staff and a sword and a sai, So, Master Splinter, and I don't know, he's certainly using some form of wisdom to teach his turtle gang, his team, so that they can learn, according to some YouTube videos and turtle enthusiasts, that the Splinter was teaching him different disciplines in life, in accordance to the weapons that he assigned to each turtle. Now, we're not going to discuss that. I just briefly mentioned it, but I'm glad that they came with stands, but it doesn't make it, super easy. I guess, it's a matter of convenience. Stands, they can be useful. My favorite has always been the leader, because maybe I do aspire to be a leader in some cases. Though I think I'm more like a Raphael than anything else. The sword sheaths or inserts into the sheath or scabbard quite nicely, and I have no complaints about that. As a toy collector, you want to take caution when you try to insert stuff. You can't be too rough. I already scuffed the paint off the thing from Donatello's bow staff. Maybe I'll make some neat stop motion animation soon. But for now, I just like showing them off and just trying to relive the memories. So I was discussing with my adopted sister that memories can be tricky. Sometimes you remember them, and some things can be very cool, but they're not as cool as you think they are. It's so funny. Now this is live. You can check out that it is kind of, the turtles are kind of, shell heavy, meaning if you're not careful, they can drop, backwards. So you have to come to terms with that. It's not like they have backpacks or anything. It's a shell. That shell, the turtle back is armor that literally, weighs them down. That's why turtles are supposed to be slow, but they're not slow at all. Whoop, see? Starting to bend over like that. So I'm trying to be careful. It seems like Donatello has a tendency to move like that or lean back. There you go. Raphael looks the coolest right now. The articulation for his thumbs or for his fingers actually work well with the sai, because you do use the sai like that. You know, that's actually pretty accurate. I'm not super expert on weapons or ninja weapons, but the way that he uses the sai is actually pretty accurate. It has a place there where you can place his sai, the ninja sai, and we can all breathe a sigh of relief. I can't say that the articulated fingers are the easiest thing to use, but it is what it is. You can't have fat fingers when you're using this thing. And if you get impatient with your turtles, you are likely to break something. So be very careful. And to play with turtles, you don't have to be a weapons expert, but if you do have interest, you could look things up on YouTube and become a YouTube expert on ninja weapons. How about that? Or just chat GPT it. For some reason, Raphael seems to be very agreeable with me on the poses. So there you have it. Playmates are gonna be ending their tenure probably with making these toys, because I think Nickelodeon owns the complete license or creative license on it. We're gonna be hearing about Ninja's TV shows from years to come, but I believe the toy or the action figure line will be taken over by Mattel starting this year or after a year. This is the year 2026 is the last year that we'll be seeing stuff from Playmates. Although they're not exclusive, and I don't know how licenses work, but NECA is still making some, I think. I may be wrong. I'm not a toy expert, I'm just a collector. Average collector at best. Stay tuned for the opening of this guy. And just as a tease, let's tease a little bit, shall we? Check this out. It looks like the VHS cover, but once you pull it up, what do you see? Turtles from the movie, from the actual movie. What's that? A fire extinguisher? Sausage nunchucks. There's Donatello. Oh, there's Michelangelo right there. No, that's Raphael. And that's Michelangelo. They resemble the movie or the characters from the movie. I just don't feel like opening them yet. And what's good about this box, the way that it's boxed, is that if I feel like I want to display it in this way, I can. It's very good. So I'm gonna keep them like this for a while. This is from NECA, made by NECA, licensed by Nickelodeon, with all the cool accessories. Alright, so shout out to Ricardo Padilla and everybody else that I met at the Westminster Collectibles Expo. I wish that, I could have we could have more of that. There's gonna be geeking out in Whittier after the expo, which ended at 4 p.m. We headed towards Whittier at the Toy Depot, and I didn't pick up anything there because obviously I spent a few dollars. Not that much though. He gave me a very good deal. Should be pretty satisfied with that. Oh, and this guy was given to me by a comic book vendor. Asking how much for the Superpowers Nightwing. And it's not the original Superpowers from the 80s. I had those. I had a Superman one which I lost while I was in 4th grade. But this is from McFarlane and it's pretty cool. It's Nightwing. I'm gonna say Marv Wolfman era Teen Titans. I might be wrong, but it has, like the Kali sticks and all. It's pretty cool. It was given to me for free. Anybody who wanted it, he was giving out stickers and stuff. But I got focused on this, and he didn't want to take any money for it. It's pretty cool. It's not a perfect thing. The pack is cracked, but it's not open. It's not completely sealed either. But I'm gonna keep it in this condition for a while. Okay, it's a nice thing to display toys like that. I got nothing to match with that. Oh, and I also have one of these. This I got for $20. Anakin from the Ahsoka series, season 1. It has, a cloth tunic actually. That's pretty cool. Decent head sculpt, and I grabbed it while it was cheap because you know what, these guys, they go for $30-$45 already in the used market, and whether it's used or not, I think it's still a legit piece of art. That's how I look at these things, and I'm not just a curator, but I just like collecting these things. Okay, these are the boxes or the blister packs where the turtles came from. See, those are the turtles that we all know and love and got introduced to in the 80s. We didn't get introduced to them through the Eastman and Laird comics. We heard of them, and they're surely more violent, and the movies, or the first movie, was a much better representation of what happened in the comic books. Secrets of the Ooze and Turtles in Time, they were more the comical cartoon TV series turtles that we are familiar with. But anyways, this this video has gone on for too long. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm happy with my purchase. They surely deserve a spot on my shelves. I don't know if we're gonna pick up any of the shredders and splinters from this series anyway, but I'm always looking for a good deal. That's the thing with this. It's great to be living in the land of opportunity, but you got to be smart with your money, or else you're gonna be homeless, and all you got in your hand are some 4 turtles, and that is enough. Okay, anyways, peace out. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, please. Bye.